it is projected that the NBA is potentially going to start. Well, there's conversation around it. Let's see if I can pull it up, a link to it. There's this conversation with the NBA starting in in December, right? So folks want to have their first games before Christmas because the Christmas Day NBA game is like a staple of the year, right? I remember back in the day they used to have those commercials with the bells and everybody hitting a shot and it's jingle-ling-a-ling. Like they always had your marquee matchups. Last year, I believe the Lakers and the Clippers played on that day. I remember LeBron was playing on Christmas Day so much. He was like, yo, the people who win the championship, at least like we should get that day off. You know what I mean? And or not off, but we should at least be able to play at home, you know. So then I believe even the NBA started kind of implementing some of that stuff. So and so, which to me, like I said just a few minutes ago, of like I personally feel like the all right, here we go. I personally feel like it's enough time, right, to get that started. However, one of the things that I think that folks have to really realize and take into account is once they get this thing started, you are not giving a lot of your younger prospects any time to kind of get acclimated to the league. You know what I mean? So imagine, and even my favorite player, and I believe that he'll probably favor the best because of it. Your boy LaMelo Ball is because is used to the quick turnarounds in the grind of an NBA season, or at least professional. The way there's less adjustment that he has to do than some of these other guys might have to do. Obviously, the knowledge behind some of the plays and things that separate you as a pro player is some of the stuff that may be lacking in his game. You know what I mean? Of the different sets and defenses and all of that stuff, the things that any rookie would typically struggle with. And now you're looking at a guy who, the added pressure of, if you bring a LaMelo Ball in, unless he's on the Warriors, you're expecting like godlike basketball. You know what I mean? Like if he come in on the first couple of games and it doesn't bring the intensity or the what folks want, it's going to be a lot of criticism from my guy. He's going to receive a lot of criticism. I'm gonna send this link over here to my guy. If you're trying to jump in, man, feel free. And so I think that there might be some struggling on account of that. Let me see. All right. All right. I don't know who this dude here is, but let's say NBA is targeting the 2021 start date of December 22nd. So that's 3 days before Christmas. The league office reportedly informed its board of governors Friday it intends to include a 72-game season. To me, that's crazy as well, because you're going from 82 to 72. That's not even like, that's damn near a full season jammed into a few months, especially if they figure out a way to make it end at the normal start time. So let's say Lakers. So you're going from October the 11th to December 22nd. That's basically maybe 2 months of time. Let me give you some love over here for this. So facts, need you on the pod soon. Hey, bro, definitely, man. I sent you a link. If you want to join tonight, man, feel free to pull up. So it's definitely not a ton of time. And it's a very short turnaround for the season. So I can imagine, out of the guys who people feel like are going to be the top recruits, I wonder, or prospects in the draft, I wonder if this affects who you end up drafting, right? On the count of who is most prepared. So in our last stream, we talked a lot about what I feel like is one of the issues that the NBA has, college basketball has right now. One of the issues, there's a ton of issues with college basketball that we don't have to get into right now. But one of the things that I feel like they have is you have these one and done players, right? And so you get these guys who are in for one season in the NBA and one season in college. They come to the league 18, 19, 20 years old. And what happens is they 3 years in, 4 years in, and folks are and they haven't reached the full potential. And folks are like, yeah, they've been starting for 3 years, but it's only been they still new to the game. They're still new. And a lot of excuses get made for them. I'm not talking about nobody in particular. So please don't put that on me like I'm hating or whatnot. So you understand what I'm saying? And then where you get some guys who come in, you get the Luka Doncic's, the damn Trey Youngs, the Jason Tatums, the dudes who get straight to business after only 1 year of college. Obviously, Luka Doncic didn't go to college, and he had a lot of growth, which is also why I think the Melo Ball transition makes sense. But you have a lot of these young prospects who didn't even have great college careers, you know what I'm saying, but are touted to be top picks and coming up, and they're only going to have less than a month with you to prepare. So if it's important for me to win an NBA championship next season, 72 game season, we need to turn around. Am I going to use my draft pick to get a prospect who's not going to have enough time to develop, or am I going to use that draft pick as a resource and trade it with a team who needs some building block pieces for down in the future? That would be the biggest question that I feel like a lot of these NBA teams would have to answer. Also, I feel like, to me, this also makes me feel like if I got 1 through 3, why I need to make a move immediately to get my guy LaMelo Ball. Because to me, this is me talking. I know the transition from Melo into the NBA is going to be smooth. I don't care if he had 3 hours. If they called him the night before and said jump in the game, I got my man Fahara Vision jumping in here. What's up, my guy?
What's going on, bro?
What's happening? I don't know if you've been listening, but right now I'm talking about the projected start date for the NBA is they're trying to get it started December 22nd. So they want to. I don't know who this dude is, man. I got to get this guy off my screen, man. He got me looking crazy out here. But so the anticipated start date is November 22nd. And to me, as a fan, I'm excited about that. I'm hyped. Bring it back as soon as possible. Shit, the bubble shit had me so pumped. I don't mind if they start tomorrow. You feel me? I'm so hyped to get my dog Melo in the league. That shit, I want him to start tomorrow for that reason by itself. You feel me? However, think about this: the draft November 18th. The first game, December 22nd. That's a month and a few days of finding out what team you're on. You ain't even got time to get a house all the way yet. You feel me? If you're going to buy something, it take you 30 days to close. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, to me, that's unprecedented. I feel like it might be a setup for some of these young dudes. What are your thoughts on the?
Well, when I seen it, I was me personally, I'm ready for the NBA to start back for sure.
Facts.
Now that is a fact. But my thing is that say for instance, LeBron James, the Lakers, and the Heat, they stayed the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else probably should be rested up, but they stayed the whole time. So I was looking at this thing on Danny Green talking today. He said if they were to try to ask them to start the season before Christmas, he said it's quite a few Lakers team members said they wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I have to take that in consideration when I'm talking about that. Is that they spent the whole time in the bubble, away from their families and things like that. And you got little kids in 3 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can understand that situation, but from my understanding, if they start the NBA season back, then it wouldn't be in the bubble. It'll be at actual gyms. They'll actually be traveling. like baseball teams, like the baseball teams do
And
now.
football, yeah.
If yeah, for sure. They in particular said baseball. Well, I don't know, but yeah. So they saying that if it do start back, it wouldn't be in a bubble, but they'll be traveling, and that's a situation. Like when I sent you the video, that's a situation where you got everybody like one person catch COVID, it can affect the whole team type stuff. You know what I'm saying? By them being at home and then getting on the bus, going to work and things like that. So I'm down with it. You know, if they agree to it and they fine with it, but if they not fine with it, I completely understand as well. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I am, like I said, I'm with you. I'm down for it. I guess I hadn't even thought about. And you know what? You did see me this video, bro, and I hadn't even looked at it. I seen your message with it, and then so I just like pull it up. But it's from young Adrian Waters. Now we might get into that, play that a little bit later.
He basically is just piggyback off of what we talking about anyway.
Yeah. So to me, I hadn't even, and my man here say Zoe ain't even bought a house yet, and that's the same thing. Zoe don't even know what team he playing for next year. You know what I'm saying? Could be getting traded. You feel me? I got to log out, bro, but definitely need you and Brandon class. That's a big fact. So I agree. Selfishly, I want him back on the court immediately. You feel me?
Yeah.
LeBron, everybody, AD, take 2 months, bro. Go get in a hyperbolic chamber. Go meet with your trainer and the whole vibe, and then get back to the basketball. You feel me?
Right.
I'm out here whipping the damn leash, the whatever that shit called. I need him. Get on the court, bro. I'm a football guy, but I love the basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
What I love about basketball is basketball to me is one of the only sports where you can have a dude like LeBron James. Like I like things where when I look at you do it, I'm like, nah, bro, I couldn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you get a dude like LeBron who can literally dribble the ball up the court, score, go back on the defensive end, stop you from scoring, and then go down the other side and score again and affect the game. Like you can't do that in football. You rarely have dudes who could stop you on defense, come back on the offense, then score on you, and then be able to do that by themselves. I could be on the court with LeBron James versus 2 other high college prospects, and we could still win just because they can't stop LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what receiver you give me. If I'm quarterbacking, I could be throwing it to Antonio Brown. I could be throwing it to Mike Evans. It's not going to be great. You know what I'm saying? He could be. It don't even. You might be able to stop him because I can't get him the ball. You know what I mean? Like if I'm at receiver and you quarterbacking, you know what I'm saying? Like, or Tom Brady could be the quarterback, and I still might not catch that shit. Basketball completely different.
Yeah.
But one of the things and this is what I was just talking about, is the prospects. So you got the draft on the 18th. You then have folks having to be prepared to play their first game. How does this affect the way that you draft, right? So if you're a team like the Knicks, you expecting to, in this draft, we're building. We need whoever we get to come on our team and make us better. We are the Minnesota Timberwolves. We need whoever this is that we pick up to make us better tomorrow. Same thing, Charlotte. We need to get better tomorrow. Golden State, we need to get a little bit better, but we're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
does this change what you do? If you a top 5 pick, does this mean that now all of a sudden what I'm doing is I'm finna trade the pick away because I'm not finna risk it all, and I only got a month with you. If you go take Cole Anthony in the top 10, you're not getting your bang for your buck if he starts 30 days. You know what I'm saying? What's the boy name? Green. The other guard who they talking about who's up there with Melo. I just forgot his name.
Yeah.
The kid from Georgia. Do you want him to come in and put the load on his back? Same way we've seen Atlanta do with Trae Young. Same way we've seen the Mavericks do with Luka Doncic. the same way what we've seen Jason Tatum have to carry a load in Boston. Who in this draft class can you count on in that short period of time to like really be effective? Jalen Green, that's his name. Yeah.
I believe the top three, I think go in and do. I think they'll go in and do their thing. The top three for sure. Like that's me personally, but this is my thing. Even about the NBA talking about they coming back. Like if they come back on before Christmas, say for instance, over half not going to even play the first 6 weeks.
Over half the who?
Rookies. They won't play the first 6 weeks. The only rookie I can see playing is the top 3 rookies they got drafted. Them the only ones I can see going in the game starting if they start before Christmas. Just the top 2. Just the top 3.
What make you say that?
Because put it like this. The top 3, they go into teams that really need them.
Yeah.
Beyond that, we can start who we have last year. You know what I'm saying? We can start whoever's on the team, and then we could just build you until January the 21st. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can see the rookies that's probably going to be starting, if starting anything, would be the top 3, and I believe they would probably start their first.